Hey, what's up, guys? We the people here coming to you with another episode of the Mystic Shot podcast. So I think from now on, I'm definitely gonna have these little intros before the actual episode because I like to allow you guys to know what's actually coming up in the actual episode, and I think it's a good like it catches people's attention, and I think it's a good way to segment into the actual episode. So for this episode, this is episode 27 of the Mystic Shot podcast, and we pretty much go over all the spoilers from the new region, aka Wakanda, aka Shurima. So we pretty much just go over the spoilers and stuff like that that's been coming out over the past week and stuff like that. And then also we have two special guests because for this week Swerve wasn't able to join us. He had some work business to take care of. So I couldn't go I just couldn't go another week without talking about Wakanda. Like there's no way I could bro, did you see the cards? Did you see them? Like they're crazy. So I couldn't go another week without giving you guys a podcast episode. So I definitely had to record it yesterday, which is Tuesday, and you guys are gonna see it today, which is Wednesday. So, pretty much, and I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place, but I'm trying to focus my energies more so I can actually tell you guys the correct information, and so that everything can be more informative, because I feel like a lot of the times with the episodes they kind of like get all over the place and stuff like that. So pretty much I have like two announcements for this before we get into the episode. For one, I'm gonna be in a tournament this weekend on Saturday. I'm gonna leave links below to where you guys can find everything. It's a tournament that Unhinged made. It's also, the prize is a freaking belt. Like, Unhinged is amazing, bro. He literally paid out of pocket for a belt for the winner, fam. He's like, man, oh my gosh, like, that's amazing. And then also, like I said, I'm gonna leave everybody's links below. And, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know. In my head, I said I had like 3 announcements. I mean, I guess Swerve, links below. And then also, you guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because that's the only way that people are going to know that the podcast is here. And that's about it. So, guys, enjoy the podcast episode. And that's it. All right, later. Yo, what's up, guys? Mystic Shot Podcast, episode 27. We have 2 special guests today. So, we got Unhinged, the legend, bro.
The legend.
Yo, once you start making tournaments, you a legend. And then we got one of my best friends that have been my good friend since high school, bro. Mister over here. AKA, as he goes now through chat, through Twitch. Z Creeps. Z. What's going on?
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Always,
I'm happy
bro,
to help.
always. To be honest, I just like to have different perspectives when it comes to Runeterra and stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of that is it's overshadowed with the amount of people that, I'm not saying that going to swim and going to like Magua and stuff like that is not good. It's not good. But I just think that a lot of the Runeterra community is overshadowed by a lot of their background and stuff like that, and people don't really pay attention to the rest of the community, because there's a lot of casual people that just like to play this game and just like to enjoy everything about Runeterra. So but yeah, so we got those perspectives for sure. So
I think the other issue with those perspectives is that when, I don't know about you, but most people, when they're looking at it just from this game's point of view, there's something to be said about a person that doesn't have a background in Magic or a background in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or a background in Pokemon, just looking at this game as a whole. So it's sometimes super funny. You hear a lot of complaints. They'll be like, well, in Magic, it's like this. And it's like, all right, dude, but we're not playing Magic. We're playing Runeterra,
Facts.
and it's like this. Like, well, in Hearthstone, this game is like Hearthstone now. And it's like, all right, it's not Hearthstone. It's still this. And they're using certain mechanics from other games, absolutely. But how about you calm down and just, let's enjoy what we have
100%,
in this.
I agree with that.
It's like people forgot what the word innovation is. And unfortunately, card games have been around forever. And like you said, card games like Hearthstone, Magic, Shadowverse, Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything's gonna have some kind of backtracking to, oh, this is like this is like that, but every game has its own original content and original features to that makes it separate.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't talk to Magic people about anything.
Yo, I know firsthand. I mean, learning Runeterra was definitely a trip, coming from a game like Magic and also coming from a game like Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, like, it's just so many different mechanics and so many different, like, you have to know how to do this, and you have to, like, Runeterra is just a different game, honestly. It's a different beast, it's a different game, and we should just, not saying that we should leave those games behind or anything, because, of course, there are some mechanics that you just need to know, like, card game wise, you just need to know them. But it's just good to just look to the future and be like, okay, Runeterra is it's just a different game, honestly.
Yeah, and then this has actually gotten me back into not necessarily wanting to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because everything that I've relearned about what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is now just sounds like a complete cluster of nonsense and ridiculousness. But like, I enjoy like watching those videos now of people playing Yu-Gi-Oh! As it is currently. That's just like, wow, man, this game, I remember playing that game and being like, I remember when like the simplest maybe 3-card combo you could pull off, you were like, I am a god. And now they're like, oh, you can do 13 things before it's even your attack phase? Okay, I'm good.
Oh, man.
I'm good on this
Yu-Gi-Oh's
game.
a whole... I can make a whole separate podcast about Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff.
And that, but that goes to show the great evolution of card games, and and I probably get shot in the face for this because I know to an extent Magic has had a great degree of evolution, but I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! From where it has come from to where it is now, that game has probably advanced the most in its lifespan. And when you look at Legends of Runeterra and what they're doing even right now with the latest champion showcased today, I threw my phone out the window. I was like,
Yep.
This champion is showcasing what could be the future of the game as they start experimenting with more things. Because I was reading a tweet from someone who worked on the game that said they saved this champion. I guess they wanted to release her last batch. So if you look at her card is still the old style of card. It doesn't have the newer format that the cards have now. And I was super curious. And I was like, we were supposed to already be playing that card. And they were like, let's hold on. Let's hold off on that real quick.
We can get into the spoilers later. But yeah, oh my god, yo, when I was looking at that, I was just like, wait, what?
Dude, I saw the Nexus gets tough, and I was like, all right, delete YouTube, and
Yep.
going back to sleep. This was a nightmare. But that's a really great mechanic, and based off of how much she costs and how low her stat lines are, it has the potential to be. Yeah, exactly. It has the potential to be a really, really fair card. Now, as far as her other shenanigans,
I don't even know. Oh my. Attacking. All right. Anyways.
I don't even know.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh
it's
my
disgusting.
god.
That's what it is. It hurts.
But definitely I honestly, me personally, I like the direction that Runeterra is going in though. Like honestly, I really enjoy the evolution of Runeterra. It's not like a curve where it's just straight up and it's just alright, you don't like those cards? Alright, yeah, yo, play the new cards. Like it's really not like that, to be honest. It's more of like, you know, it's like things are increasing over the time. And to be honest, they should be like that. Like honestly, cards should, as new sets come out, the cards after them should definitely be a little stronger than the cards before them. And you know, that's what builds up the hype. Like, you know, like I'm sure when everybody saw Bastion and and Asol, everybody was like, "Yo, this is broken." And you remember, what was it? The Spell Shield. Everybody was like, "Yo, this is gonna break the game." Spell Shield. Oh my God, it's breaking. It can absorb a ruination. Yeah. Like, bro. Now everybody looks at Asol and they're like, "All right, cool. Like this card doesn't even matter."
But what's really funny about Targa? Well, first of all, Asol doesn't matter. When they nerfed him, they killed that card effectively, right? But when you look at Targon, I remember I ain't gonna mention no streamers as his names, but I was on a stream. And this guy was like, Targon's too
Oh my God, I remember that.
There's nothing in Targon that you want to use. There's nothing Targon's just too fair. It's like everything's too balanced. It's too perfect. And now people are like, man, Targon is the most overpowered region in the game, and I hope they nerf it to high heaven. I can't wait till we're out of the Targon era. And it's like, what changed? Like this same streamer is like, Targon's too powerful. Too powerful with Zoe. Too powerful with Asol now. Too powerful with Spell Shield. And it's like, no, dude, it's the same Targon, just with a little bit more. Like, and I always knew Targon was fire, dude.
Like,
I hate, as soon as when Hush came out is when I looked at Targon, I looked at Hush, and I looked at Bastion, and I'm like, I don't like this.
Oh my God, you remember pre-nerf Bastion? Oh God.
Pre-nerf Bastion was ridiculous.
Yes, it was
3, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't give +1/+1, right?
It did give +1. Yes.
It did. It did. Still
it was +1/+1 Spell Shield and 3. It was
okay.
Honestly, you know, looking back, I don't even know if it deserved that nerf, to be honest.
Oh, you were able to search it. You were able to get it with that.
Yep. You could search Bastion and make whatever on the field immortal for a turn.
Nah, the card was nuts.
But you know what? It's all, like, it's a lot of these things. You know, I talk my mess, but I feel like as a whole, game is in a really great place. You know what I'm saying? Like barring a few cards, a couple cards really, that I just think are not, like, I feel like Fiora is always going to find a way. You know what I mean? And there was a small second when we didn't see Fiora, and then Sparklefly came out, and Zoe came out, and it was a wrap. Fiora was like, oh, snap, I am here to stay. And, you know, like, the same thing with the Nivea. There was a small period where we didn't see a Nivea, and then Gluttony came out, and Nivea was like, ah, okay, I am here to stay. And, you know, I think that type of give and take is going to be super. It's going to be, and it is really good for this game, because I think now with, you know, the number one thing, I know people have seen it. The number one thing I keep talking about with the newest expansion is Lucian. I think he is going to be a super viable card in Shurima, based off of what they're bringing.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it, bro.
And that's going to be the last time I ever call it Shurima.
Oh my goodness. Oh wait, Alex. Oh, you don't even know the freaking. Oh, he doesn't even know the joke. He doesn't even know the joke, bro. Okay.
No, I got
the
meme.
Oh my God.
In my mind, you said Lucian.
Boy.
So, like,
exactly.
Wakanda forever.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Senna, Shuri. I mean, it's not that far away, man. It's not that far away.
Yo, you know
Senna,
people
Shuri,
were
it's the same.
mad at Talia's visual her card art.
Yeah, no. When I saw that, I looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, what the f?
Thanks.
Why does she look like this when she
It's
looks
like, wait,
this?
what's going on here? Why she, what's going on? Y'all forgot a little, little spice. Like, what's going on?
I mean,
shouting.
I was a little upset. What's this guy, Zillion? I was a little upset. I was like, oh, Zillion, he sound like a tough black dude. I looked at him, I was like, looking motherfucker. I was like, what? How they give him the toughest name? I heard Zillion. I was like, I was picturing this bald, just tattooed black dude with white eyes, wearing a robe and carrying a staff. And then I looked at him. I was like,
he
what
an old
is this?
man, fam.
Shenanigans.
Old pothead sitting in a chair, throwing bombs at you.
Oh man.
So,
But all right. I'm happy to get into the cards. I don't know about you guys, but I think the best card that came out of the spoilers, even though no one's really like talking about it, the Renekton cards are busted. Like, the Renekton cards are so broken. Like, I know looking at Lissandra, you're like, oh yeah, like this is crazy. Like, I mean, yeah, she is. But I'm saying, the Renekton cards, though, have you seen them? There are certain cards that you can activate by just getting rid of your mana gems. That's gonna change the game.
Yeah, I really feel like in every single sense of the region, it is an exact counterplay to Freljord. Because I feel as though this less mana gems than your opponent thing could really be a super huge benefit towards ramp decks. It's like, oh, you want to have more mana than me? That's fine. Well, now I get to summon creatures that are way more powerful for way less now that you're doing this. And I think that has like a potential to be a huge thing. And I hope I'm right. Probably not. It might just be this one card. But if it's not just this one card, I think that could change how people play Freljord for sure.
Because in the game right now, there's no, other than like obviously aggro, there's no like direct counter to Freljord ramping. Like, what counter is there? It's like, oh, they ramped, okay.
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to do about that? All right, they have 7 mana, I have 5.
Can't stop it.
Can't
stop it.
and they're all bursts, so it's like, okay, I guess this is happening. So,
Dude.
I think it's good that there's some kind of counterplay to it, honestly.
Freljord is the land, and that's and that's another thing, dude. Like, people crapped on Freljord so hard in the beginning. I remember watching a podcast, and they were like, Freljord is the bottom region, and I was like, how? Almost all of its spells are burst speed. All of its spells are like giving you these incredible buffs. And they have I think they are the only ones with the ability to ramp ahead of your opponent. Like, how can you look at a region with that many positives and go, it's trash?
I don't know. I mean,
It's trash.
Here's the thing with Runeterra is it's a game where it's more about like the actual balance of the game, and that's what really determines what is good and what is not so good. So maybe for like a patch or two, maybe Freljord was bad. But Freljord as a region, if I ever hear anybody say that Freljord as a region is bad, I'm gonna be like, what are you talking about?
I might slap him. I might slap him. Straight to jail.
If we're being fair, region-wise, Freljord, is by no means.
No.
But maybe it has to do with some kind of representation problem in tournaments. I'm not saying I kept up with tournaments or if I participated in it, but it's the matter of now it's people are looking at, oh, we don't see Froyo at all. Or if we do, it's Sejuani or Anivia meeting all over the freaking place. So we're just not gonna take it seriously. But meanwhile, we have a region like Piltover and Zon that its only use is get excited and thermatic beam, and other than that, the region.
Yeah. Well, it also has. So now, I mean, now it's getting. I think back then for sure, it's number one things. Get excited, thermal beam, mystic shots, just in case you wanted to do some extra finish offs. But I think now with iterative improvement is like the number one P&Z card.
Facts.
You want to have. Like, you want to have it. You got elusives, you want iterative improvement. You have 100%. A Burblefish, you want 6 iterative improvements. So you're going to bring 3 iterative improvements and 3 counterfeit copies, and you're going to go to town because you want every Burblefish on the field.
I just came to the realization that Mystic Shot is, I don't know, a hot take, Mystic Shot is officially ass because of Lissandra. And I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, for sure. She's gonna ruin PNZ.
Oh,
PNZ.
you know what?
PNZ is done.
You know what I just saw on Twitter, by the way, for talking about Lissandra? Yo, Teemo Shrooms don't hit the Nexus at all. That's wild.
One for one.
That's wild.
1 for 1.
Yo, all these Teemo. Yep.
Yeah, Teemo.
Yo, you ever hated Teemo decks? Yo, play
Teemo
Lissandra,
dead.
bro. GG.
and you know, and I mean, has it been determined? Is her effect permanent once it happens? Like
What
Zoe?
do you mean?
Like once she levels up, is your Nexus permanently tough,
I
or
believe
does
she
she have
has
to be on the field?
She has to be on the field. So
okay. Because it doesn't, like, on the carding, it doesn't say that. It says, when I level up, give your Nexus tough. So I'm wondering if once, like, it's a permanent thing, like, boom. Because that's a pretty tough level up requirement to achieve when Riot thinks about it, not knowing that there's an entire army of degenerates that are like, here's how we cheat that, guys.
First of all, you can literally play Feel the Rush, and she's already at. You only need one more. Or wait, does it just instantly level her?
Yeah.
Is it 2 or is it 3? I think it's 2 actually.
Well, if you have, for her it's 2.
Oh my
so
god.
If you're summoning disgusting. 2 level 8s, like if you're running her and Trundle, but again, it's gonna pull her. So it's gonna be 1 Trundle and it's gonna be 1 her. So I mean, it's still a little bit balanced there, but it's still ridiculous. I think that the truth is what the internet is kind of showing, and we're gonna see a lot of Freljord Ionia.
100%.
And that's dangerous in and of itself. That's dangerous in and of itself because you have Deny, Nopify, and all of the pieces you could ask for.
You're never gonna get an attack off.
Never.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing. Another thing about Runeterra. It's like there's so many regions that when they combine, they do the most busted stuff you could ever imagine. And Ionia with Freljord? Did they really want to combine those two?
Dude. Vengeance? Deny. Okay. Ruination? Deny. Okay. Mystic Shot? Nopify. Okay, I gotta sacrifice my units? Harsh winds. God damn it. Abort. I
don't even want to play, bro. Like, what?
Just, what do I do? How do I win?
Oh my god.
How do I win?
Play aggro, wrap your butt off, and heal anyways.
What? I'm sorry. Aggro, burst, fast speed, deal 1 to everything? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was one of the scarier things I saw. And that's one thing that made me think of, maybe like a Lissandra Gangplank.
Dude.
Or like our Lissandra Gangplank Sejuani, because both cards to search are level 8.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Freljord is the only Yo, how can anybody ever say Freljord is not good? Freljord is literally the only region that has search cards, like search creature cards.
Yep.
What?
No, there's Leviathan. There's the two ships. And I think that's it.
And then also Entreat.
Yeah, that's it. And you're right, and that just
for 2 mana.
It automatically.
That's why I'm so happy I have a website, because whenever anybody's like, man, you never said that, I could be like, yeah, let me pull up the records. And I go back in time and I'm like, here's where I said that Freljord is easily top 3 region, if not top 1 region in the game. And this was months ago. So get out of here with that nonsense. Freljord has always been insane. Like Flash, anything that... And I think this is what people were underestimating, because everybody's looking at the game, and that's kind of what you were saying in the beginning, all these different perspectives, right? And when you're looking at it from a point of view as the value coming from your units, then sure, Freljord's not that great. They don't have any elusives. At the time of this particular podcast, I think their Overwhelm game wasn't that strong, you know what I'm saying? But when you looked at a region that had the ability to buff themselves, the ability to search themselves, the ability to create mana ahead of your opponent, the ability to heal themselves, and the ability to prevent damage, there's no way that you can objectively look at that package as a whole and go, this is not a good package. Like, I pick that package. I pick a package that can get ahead of my opponent, keep me alive, and buff themselves over a package that is super cheap, super low health, and fast to go. Because it's like, you could be as fast as you want to be, but if you ain't swinging for nothing, you ain't doing shit. That's a whole lot of speed with no traction.
Ain't doing not one thing, bro.
So,
yo, honestly, it's just funny how Shadow Owls has been getting nerfed so hard, and they just left Freljord, and it's just like, yo, oh my god. Yo, I don't know. I'm not gonna. You know, I'm not gonna say any hot takes this podcast. I'm so used to saying so many hot takes. Like, honestly, because I have so many when it comes to the new cards, especially. Because Shurima, it's just, oh my god, it's just ridiculous. It's just, I'm just waiting for Susan, bro. I'm just waiting to see Nasus. Once I see Nasus, and I'm like, all right, he does what? Okay, all right. Now I'm ready to get this set now.
Yeah.
I was very surprised when they brought Jarvan. I knew Jarvan would eventually come around, because from what it looks like, Runeterra is doing a lot of lore with his cards, and maybe unintentionally, maybe intentionally, for the small games that they're putting out. And J4 being the representative for Demacia in the lore, because, you know, Garen is just a knight at the end of the day, Lux is his sister, Shyvana is that dragon that chills when she's called, and now the actual leader is there, because Swain is there as well, Karma leads Ionia, we got all the tribe, we have all the tribes from Freljord, so that everybody more or less came around for that lore aspect. And the fact that you can attack almost 3 to 4 times.
Yeah, dude. King Jarvan III, and I think I said this on Twitter. I was like, when I saw Jarvan, my immediate thought was scouts, right? And, you know, someone kind of explained to me why you necessarily wouldn't put Jarvan in scouts. And I was like, you know what, that makes sense. But that thought, either way, that thought was squashed the moment King Jarvan hit the field. And I saw, when I'm summoned, draw Jarvan 4. If he's already on play, though, instead, give everyone Challenger and Scout and have fun. Have fun, dragons. Have fun. Eat to your heart's content. And I was like, yo, Jarvan and Shyvana dragons is about to be a thing to be reckoned with. Because who needs to summon, as Mogwai would say, who needs to summon Angry Woman Rally when they could summon Angry White Man? Have at it.
Oh my goodness. Yo. The fact that J4 literally, first of all, and I you know what, I forgot about him. I don't know how I forgot about him. He's definitely another crazy card. Because for Demacia needed a card that allows them to open attack. And that is literally J4. Like, he literally says, "Yo, you want to open attack? Yo, that's an amazing idea."
Yeah. You have. He's like, don't tell anybody else this, but you have the best open attack in the game. But I'm just a 2/2. Trust me. You have the best open attack. But that's a 5/5. Trust me.
I got you.
Go ahead. Okay. Okay. Your opponent's like, I don't know. Does he have it? And that's going to be like the thing too, dude. Like, and again, I'm really just... He's another card, actually, and you're right. Let's not discount what he does. He's another card where your opponent's like, I got this. My board is stacked, blah, 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 blah. And then you attack with these low-level units, and then Jarvan hits the floor, the floor, and they're like, oh, damn it. There goes my ultimate blocker.
And he comes on board with barrier, so he's like, yo, I don't even care what you got.
Yeah. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't be a 10-10. Be a 10-10. Hope you have Hush. Hope you have Hush.
Oh, you're not playing Target?
Hope you have. hope you have a shh. Be quiet because it doesn't
honestly,
matter.
I could see Jarvan being played with some weirdness of like I don't know. Like I was thinking about putting him into like weird decks like with Homecoming, so you could just keep doing the attack. Because how else would you
my God.
I know Demacia has really beefy units and it's easy to trade with, but like you need a way to actually level Jarvan like fast, and something with Ionia, because the people were shooting down the fact that you could play like something like Fiora Shen with maybe like I don't know, like I don't think the shell of Fiora Shen is ever gonna be like destroyed, because I mean those two pair are just too strong. But something like maybe Fiora Shen with like maybe one less Shen and play a Jarvan, and then like you go for this weird open attack. Your opponent's like, what he's going for this open attack for? And then you just summon J4. It's like what?
And well, I
slap stuff for no
like,
reason.
wait, what?
So first of all, Jarvan has, of course, a very similar effect to Vlad in the sense that allies have to survive 4+ strikes from enemy blockers, right? Which, you know, is not that hard of a requirement to hit. But I think people are severely sleeping on Shyvana's champion
she gives Challenger, right?
which grants an ally Challenger. You grant him Challenger in his level form, and every time he challenges an enemy, he gets barrier that round? Like, that's insane, dude. And then you, like, what?
Yeah.
What are you going to do
There's
against
definitely
that?
some synergy there.
Hush it again?
Yeah, I think people are slacking there. There's definitely some synergy. Yeah. And also, J4, Samant, look, her name literally just slipped my head. Freaking, god damn it, the freaking dragon. I literally just forgot her name. Shyvana, there we go. Shyvana, she literally comes out on 4, and then J4 comes out on 6. So you can literally get this crazy open attack by the time you're able to swing with J4. So I think, honestly, it ain't even that bad. I think people are sleeping on it. They're gonna be sleeping on it until it happens to them, and then it's like turn 6. You're swinging. You're like, what's up? What you got?
And in a perfect world, in a perfect world for a Shyvana player, you get her on 4, you get Challenge Dragon on 5, and then when it comes back to like when it's your attack turn and you swing, boom, here he comes. You're getting two blockers out the way. Best case scenario, and worst case scenario, you get 1 blocker out the way, and your other 2 units are just swinging for fun.
Yep. And most times people end up chump blocking the dragons, so you're gonna level him up. I think it's actually pretty good. I think, you know what, yo, I might test that. Yo, I might have to stay that one. You know what I'm saying? I had to.
Dude, my so far my top 2, because initially I was super hyped about Talia. And to an extent, I still am. But when you look at when you look at the real Talia package, what am I excited for? Grumpy Rock Bears, a 5/4 do nothing. You don't overwhelm.
That's
you
a
don't do
fact.
damage to the Nexus. You don't stun.
Yo,
You
they
don't.
coulda-
So you just
They
block
could have at least gave
and
my boy
trade
like lifesteal or something. Like, damn, give him something.
something, dude.
I really dislike that the whole entire landmark turns into creatures thing because and it's a personal bias because there was this game, I don't know if you played it on hand, just called Shadowverse. Shadowverse had a whole class mechanic based off, like, majority of the cards of the deck is based around getting these sigils. They will count down and they will summon to a various of different monsters. And as time went on, and again, this is probably the bigger reason, more support came out, more sigils came out, more ways came to abuse the fact that these aren't monsters, so they could survive majority of the wave clear that is your turn, and all I had to do is destroy them with the response of you not having enough mana. And the value trading in this game is very high, especially for something. Oh, excuse me, I'm talking too much. Especially for something that along the lines of aggro and to by extension combo decks that don't have the beef that even a 5/4 deck could have. And I just don't like the future of that, and I hate. And again, it's very biased. I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't want to see her pull out two landmarks from any region. Like, I'm not trying to see the one that turns 0 cost in my hand. I'm not trying to see the one that gives plus the Freljord one that brings out +1 and everybody gets tough and then everybody just start getting buffed up. You see these twos on the board. I just don't know. I need landmark abuse.
Nah, I think Runeterra is a different game. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe you know what? Nah. You know what? This all right. This is a hot take. This is a hot take. All right. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm sure there's gonna come time where there's a meta where landmarks are busted because that's what they're trying to set up. If you see Talia, like, and you see that 4 cost that makes it so that whatever landmark you get, it doubles. Like, they're trying to set that up. They want landmarks to be really strong. I mean, let's be honest here. Look at freaking the other landmark that came out last set. Damn, it just literally just slipped my head. The Demacia one. Grand Plaza. Like, look at the strength of Grand Plaza. Like, they're trying to set that up. They're trying to make landmarks be strong. Like, honestly, that's what they want.
I think they're trying to make them. I think they're trying to make them viable. I don't think necessarily strong because I was really surprised. Initially, I didn't think the nerf to Grand Plaza was going to make a difference, but that lack of +1 health it makes such a huge difference. Because I was running it in a deck where I was like, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. I can still do this, and I was like, no, I can't do this. This is dumb. I'm like, I'm losing units for no reason, and the trades weren't even that favorable when I was taking them. So, you know, it still has a place when you're using units that have quick attack and all, you know, these small little things, and you can, or elusives for that matter, when you're not even trying to grab, you're just trying to get that extra +1. But I think they're trying to make them viable, and to Mister's effect, I think what they have created with Talia could definitely be something that is a little more over the top than they might expect, because you just know that someone's going to come out here. Because, I mean, first of all, they already shown you how to break Stasis statue by using her effect to create a double one of this, and then you can just have 2 of the same champion on the board, regardless of if it's her or literally anybody, you know? So they've already shown you how to break her. God forbid people figure out another combination with something else. Like, I mean, this is just Anivia's wet dream right here, like, dude.
Imagine an Anivia deck that could somehow harness to be able to put itself inside the actual the landmark and then resummon itself. Like, that'll be nuts.
Yeah.
But I mean, getting out of regions like Shadow Owls and Freljord is gonna be hard with that deck, especially because you know, cards like Ruination, cards like Harrowing, you know, those cards are like game enders, and then also the freaking 7 cost, the one that summons the champion back to the field. It literally just left my head. Freaking Rekindler. So like, you know, trying to get out of Shadow Isles is gonna be hard, but it's not impossible now, and that's the biggest thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna be started on Rekindler, and I won't start on Rekindler. But don't
you remember when he was the 6th cost? Oh my.
No, thank God.
You were playing? That. Oh my, it was disgusting. They had to make it a 7 cost because, there was no way the game could even keep going. Being able to summon champions on turn 6.
Ridiculous.
No way.
Ridiculous. Especially a Callista. Who else? Thresh.
Oh, yeah.
Thresh was another one. Elise.
Name. You know. Oh yeah, another thing. Yo, Shadow Isles better get a really broken champion, because all the other champions are really strong for all the other regions. Like they've turned up the power level. Like they're like, all right, we hear everybody. We hear what everybody says. You know, we want us to turn up the heat. All right, we'll turn up the heat. How about we make the Nexus have tough? How about that?
You think we get Shadow Isles again, or do you think we get some other region? I'm interested to see what they bring to Bilgewater and what they bring to Targon.
Really? Probably Pantheon to Targon.
Unless Aphelios was it, and then they're kind of done for the season. But I think the numbers still dictate that Targon should get another one this season. Or this new expansion.
But I think I'm looking forward to what they're gonna bring to Shadow Isles and Ionia, honestly. And I'm mad I haven't seen anything yet. Because I've been wanting Wukong in the game.
Wukong, bro. I remember when I thought he was gonna be a thing sooner than later, and still not here yet.
I don't think they're gonna put him in until they release because I'm not sure if he's in Ionia, but I believe he's part of the Valistarian region, which is where all the animal people are. Which is, you know, they got Rakan, Zaya, Nico, Set, you know, stuff of that nature. If they release that as a region.
Oh, but I think he trained with Lee Sin, though.
He trained with Master Yi.
He didn't train with Lee Sin?
No, from my understanding. Don't quote me, but from my understanding, his master is actually Master Yi. Because he does.
But I'm almost 100% sure that Master Yi is definitely Ionia. Like I'm pretty sure.
Most likely.
To be determined. But people, right, I gotta get out of here.
I'll end the podcast. So I definitely appreciate Runeterra Unhinged coming through. I know he's stressed for time. Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for having me, man.
Talked about some spoilers. And then also can't forget
also make sure if you're watching this and you have time, tune in to the tournament on Saturday. It's being broadcast by your boy Swerve and Lanup, as well as Skarzig. It's going to be on his channel, so you can check that there for all of the great gameplay and all that good stuff. And it should be a good time. Like I said, a championship belt is on the line, black and gold. It says Living Legends LOR champion on it. I mean, it's the real deal. 28 inches. You can wear it. You can wear it if you wanted to. And it's apparently quality stuff according to the site. So I saw some of the stuff that they've made for other UFC champions who wanted custom belts, and it looks pretty good. So maybe if this gets big enough, they'll start sponsoring belts, and I won't have to drop my own personal dime to get those out to you guys.
That would be amazing.
I won't be able to behave on my stream. I'm gonna be walking into the stream like a WWE superstar.
I mean, you should. Hey, you're a superstar. Big.
You earned it. So anyway, you guys make sure you check that out if you have the free time.
I'm gonna leave links below to Runeterra and Henge's channel. I'm gonna also leave some links below where you guys can see the podcast and see the tournament and stuff like that. Also, this guy streams, so I'm gonna leave his link below.
I do.
So thank you everybody for coming through. So we'll be here next week. Hopefully Swerve comes through. So tune in then next Tuesday. All right, guys. Appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, later.
Thank you.